Welcome Pisces to your weekly reading. This is for the 27th of October to the 3rd of November. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Pisces, I'm going to start off by looking at the possible energy beginning the week. We will then look at your possible challenges, if any. Thirdly, we will look at messages and advice from Spirit. We'll then take a look at your unexpected blessing coming through this week. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Pisces, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Pisces, I'm going to start off over here with 5 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, and we're looking at the possible energy beginning the week. Now Pisces, what I'm seeing here is that there could be somebody in your life coming through presenting as Page of Pentacles. Now this could be somebody younger than you. It could almost be a younger sibling or even a child. It could be an adult child. Or this could be somebody in your life that is just very emotionally immature. They've just never grown up. And once again, this could be anybody, Pisces. What I do see is that at the beginning of the week, there is this energy around them of 5 of Wands. So what I'm seeing here, Pisces, is that there could be some kind of a disagreement with this person, or they could do something that causes you now to have that hard conversation with them. And Page of Pentacles for me here is just somebody who's acting like a child, Pisces. They're not taking responsibility for themselves, for their lives. This could be an adult child that is continuously asking you for money and they don't want to get a job. This could be a colleague at work, and even if they're older than you, Pisces, they just don't take responsibility for their workload, and they're either always shirking their duties or passing off their work onto you. I do see you having that firm conversation with them, Pisces, and letting whoever this is know that this is unacceptable behavior. You're not going to tolerate it. You're not going to put up with it. And it's time they start taking responsibility for their actions and their decisions. Right, now let's move on and see what the Moon and the 7 of Cups are all about for you. And we're looking at your possible challenges. Now, my dear Pisces, what I am seeing here is that some of you are starting to get very despondent with regards to a particular dream that you have had for the longest time that has not yet manifested. It has just remained up in the clouds, up in the spiritual realm. And the Moon is telling me that you're starting to get very despondent, restless and frustrated because you cannot understand why. Why can't this happen to me? Why do people around me all have dreams manifest? Why do people around me all get the breaks? And I am sitting with this dream for the longest time, doing whatever I can, and nothing has come about. Now you are being asked, my dear Pisces, to look at the Moon energy, because once we go into the Moon energy, then of course we start to work against the vibration of manifestation. This is when all the doubt, the fear, the insecurity creeps in, and of course, as you know, Pisces, that energy can grow and expand, and before you know it, you almost want to give up on whatever this is. So your challenge this week is to rise above the moon energy. Have faith, my dear Pisces, that whatever this dream is, if it's meant for you, it will always be. It might not come in exactly as you thought it would, but if you believe that this is right for you, if you believe that this is where you're heading, hold the vibration of belief, of manifestation, because this will allow it to grow and expand and appear in your life at the right time. Right, now let us move on and see what Spirit would like to share with you. And we have Judgment and the 10 of Wands. Now this is wonderful to see, my dear Pisces, because this is answering your question over here, or this doubt, anxiousness and stress regarding this dream. Spirit is coming in and telling you very beautifully and very simply that this energy of carrying this dream, wandering, persevering, one day you're up, one day you're down, how am I going to manage this? I'm feeling so low, is coming to an end. You've carried this for a long time, but now an ending is in sight. You do not have long to go before you put down that heavy load. And the load, of course, is the moon energy. Spirit tells you with our Judgment card that divine timing is kicking in. There is an ending, and the ending is our 10 of Wands and the moon energy. And you are going to be asked now, Pisces, to stand up and to change your thinking if necessary and your actions if necessary, so that you keep this alive, so that it can still come into your life. Spirit is asking you now to be stronger than you have been for some time. You know, Pisces, it's not easy when there is nothing going on around you to show you that this is still viable, that this can still manifest, to stand up and say, okay, I still believe, I'm still in the game. But Spirit is asking you to trust, to have faith, and believe that what is meant for you will always be. It does not matter how long you have had to wait. You know, Pisces, we have ideas of when things should appear in our lives and how things should appear in our lives. But sometimes we just have to know there is a bigger picture playing out, and that is what I'm seeing here. An ending is coming, an ending of, I do feel, quite a tough cycle, because there has been so many unknown elements floating around you. Will I ever find a job? Will I ever find a significant other? Will I ever be able to get out of debt? Will I ever be able to buy my own home? This energy can play havoc on us, my dear Pisces, but it's coming to an end. Spirit is asking you to stand strong and be ready. Anticipate the dream manifesting. This is the beginning of allowing a dream to come in. Now let us move on and see what your unexpected blessing is this week. And we have 2 of Pentacles and the Magician. Now, my dearest Pisces, your unexpected blessing is a manifestation. Everything that you have been so concerned about, so fearful that it would never happen, here it sits in your unexpected blessing. Something is coming about. And the wonderful thing is, it's sitting in this particular week's reading where we saw all this doubtful, confused, and frightened energy. The feeling of, is it going to happen? Isn't it going to happen? Am I wasting my time? Will this dream manifest? Should I just give it up? All this energy of back and forth, not believing, then believing, going over it, stops, my dear Pisces, and calmness and certainty sets in. because something is about to transpire this week, my dear Pisces, that gives you this feeling of, okay, whatever I have put up out onto the spiritual realm is still there. I can feel it. And I feel, my dear Pisces, you're going to feel this deep inside. And now, with that feeling, you're going to start believing that this can come about. Now, for many of you, my dear Pisces, I do feel you're going to get a very particular sign or symbol this week that means something to you or just takes you out of your normal realm of thinking, that you start to think to yourself, oh my gosh, this is not lost. It might have been up there on the spiritual realm for months, even years, but it's not lost. There is still possibility that it's going to become a reality. Keep telling yourself, my dear Pisces, that whatever is meant for you will be. Just keep believing. Right, now let us move on and see what the possible outcome of the week is. And we have the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups. My dearest Pisces, with Hierophant coming out here with the energy of as above, so below, it tells us that there is a blessed manifestation coming through for you, something that Spirit wants to see in your life as well. So you are working with Spirit here. And we saw that with our Judgment card, you being asked to stand up and claim what is coming your way. Spirit wants you to know that you, my dear Pisces, will be feeling this energy of wish fulfillment by the end of the week. For some of my Pisces, it's going to come through in a great rush, like dreaming about finding that ideal job, working in what you love to do, and by the end of the week, you could even have gone through for an interview and you can feel the energy building. For other of my Pisces, it might not start so big or so grand, but you will see certain signs. It could be the lifting of this energy of fear and doubt. It could be the energy lifting of carrying such a heavy load. You're starting to feel lighter and starting to believe things can happen. Something is going to happen that you have our Nine of Cups energy by the end of the week, which is wish fulfillment. One way or another, it's about to happen for you, Pisces. Right, let's move on now and see what your angels would like to share with you for this week. Right, let us see now what Pisces angels would like to share with them, please. And you have Ask Your Angels. Pisces, as I just mentioned previously, you have Spirit working with you very closely this week. They want this manifestation in your life, and they are going to be around you, loving you, guiding you, and protecting you, ensuring that they can do whatever they can to help you in this journey. But you must remember one thing, my dear Pisces. You need to ask your angels for help in order for them to step in and play a very prominent role. So however you choose to ask, do it in a way that's easy and comfortable to you. And Pisces, it doesn't have to be big and it doesn't have to be complicated. You can just say, angels, please be with me. Show me the way forward. Give me a sign that my dream is now manifesting. And my dear Pisces, I do believe if you ask, you will receive. So that's all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.